I had a lot of questions regarding those matters.
For me, I was just wondering, why do you have to pray 5 times? And why on the specific time?
Filipinos are very simple people. They're not arrogant. They're humble. Once they receive the truth, alhamdulillah, they accept it with whole heart, alhamdulillah.
I become observant for the way they doing every day, like praying, handling things, situations.
That's the first long conversation for me, I can say, regarding Islam. But at that point, I cannot accept immediately. But when I went home, and what's in my mind is that the conversation that we had.
I did not expect, when I transferred to Dubai, I was shocked that my roommates are Muslims, 2 ladies Muslims. So alhamdulillah, I said, maybe this is the start.
Maniwala po kayo sa hindi. Ibang-iba ang naramdaman ko. Ibang-iba ang naramdaman ko. Nung nagpa-convert po ako, talagang ang puso ko ay hindi ko masabi kung bakit siya ganun.
Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasulullah. It feels that another life is added to myself.
You know, when my first 3 days in Islam, I told to my 3 friends, and after a few days, they embraced Islam as well.
What I have only is Allah in me. That's the only thing.
As Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is in the meaning of the hadith, that those who are merciful will be shown mercy by the one who is in heaven. Ar-Rahimun yarhamuhur Rahman. So, Islam is a religion of mercy, sympathy, kindness, gentleness. I know one brother, wallah, alhamdulillah, he went for Umrah last year. He became a Muslim because of one Muslim helped him for an amount of 500 dirhams for his exit to Iran, and he never know that man. But he introduced, I'm a Muslim, it's my duty to help you. So because of this, he started to read what is Islam while still in Iran. And when he came back to Dubai, immediately he accepted Islam. The best da'wah is our character. Yes, it's true, the da'wah of all the prophets is about Tawheed. Every prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have the same message. As Allah says in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. They have the same message. From Nuh alayhi salam down to the last prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have the same message, La ilaha illallah. But what is another message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that is more special? What he said? He said, إِنَّمَا بُعِثُّ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. I was sent, not only about Tawheed, but I was sent to complete the most noble behavior, the behavior of, the attribute of, character of mercy, sympathy, kindness.
The first question he told me is that, how much they pay you?
Did you get some payment on that? My goodness, it's not that.
This is the thing that makes me sad. Like, why should they pay me? This is me now. Because another chapter of my life will begin. So this is me. So now, I become a Muslim. So alhamdulillah, everything is okay.
When I was a little girl, my grandmother would say, "Hey, there's Muslim outside. They will take you." So I was so scared with Muslim, because Muslim will take you. Muslim will cut your head if you go outside and play. This is when I was growing up. This is what is my perception of Muslim. When I came to Dubai for the first time, I have this friend. We have a group of friends, and we have this one friend whose name is Mansoor. He always asks us to go to church. He even spend money for us to go to church, and he will treat us after going to church. That was every Sunday, no miss. And then after, suddenly, we were like missing that, hey, there's no call. It's Sunday, it's Friday, nobody's calling us. Mansoor is not calling. What happened to him? And then one guy friend called him, and then he said, no, it's Thursday night, I'm going to study Quran.
When I came here in the UAE, during my work in the North Dubai channel, there are persons that give me books from the North Dubai people, and also I read it, study it. I'll study through talking person, reading books, through internet also.
He's so patient to read us the Quran. He's so patient to let us know everything. He doesn't get mad. He is very patient to read us everything. He give us books and invite us over to the Islamic Center. One thing good with him is he's very patient. The moment I decided to do my Shahada, it was like I was in Kish. And then I said, when I get back, I will do my Shahada. If it will take me a month, it will take me 3 months. It was just a miracle that I just stayed in Kish for 3 days. Because normally when I go exit, I stayed for 30 days, 26 days. And that was like, after 3 days, I get back to Dubai. So the first thing that I did, I told Mansoor, Mansoor, can you come with me? Where? To the Islamic Center. Why? I want to do my Shahada. And Mansoor said, what? Are you serious? Are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure. And I am already decided. So when I did my Shahada, it's like, really, it was really, I don't know the feeling. I was like floating. I was like floating and I was crying. After my Shahada, I was really crying and I was thanking Allah that thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to enter into your door. And I am not very easy to convince. And then that time when I did my Shahada, I was like so happy, peace of mind. I have peace of mind in my heart, in my mind. And I said, okay, this is it. This is it.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided me to Islam on January 2, 1996. And from there, my journey started in Islam and until now, inshallah. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this journey, inshallah, will end in paradise together with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, inshallah. I grew up from a Christian Catholic background. And we used to read the Bible. I used to be a leader of our community with regards to prayer. But no matter how you are inclined to church, but still you cannot avoid some vices, like drugs, and so I was involved in drugs and alcohol and all these things. So when my wife gave birth to my third son, the time it was the peak of the career of Shaquille O'Neal, one of the basketball stars in NBA. So we Philippines, although we are short, but we like basketball. look at the whole of Dubai, basketball court full of Filipinos. We like basketball. So I named my son Shaquille Patrick, from the name of Shaquille O'Neal and Patrick Ewing. So 3 weeks before I brought him for baptism in the church, I saw him boxing on the air. So immediately I changed his name. I said, you don't want to be a basketball player, you want to be a boxer. So I named him Muhammad Shaquille, from the name of Muhammad Ali. And I brought him, I took him to the church, and the bishop, the head of the priest, baptized him, and he asked me 3 times, what is his name? I said, Muhammad Shaquille. I said, what? I said, Muhammad Shaquille. For the 3rd time, khalas, he baptized him as a Christian, Muhammad Shaquille. So after that, it was our practice to bring the child for immunization, injection in the health center. So the nurses keep on asking my wife, are you Muslims? My wife said, no, we're not Muslims. I said, why his name is Muhammad? So I don't know who is Muhammad except Muhammad Ali. I don't know Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So my wife keep on asking me, who is Muhammad? I said, this is a boxer. By the time I was working with one brother, they came from Mindanao, but they don't know what is Islam. We spend our night until morning drinking in Shakey's restaurant, okay, drowning with alcohol and beer and all this. So I asked him, who is Muhammad? He said, Muhammad is a prophet. So he gave me a book, because he himself cannot explain, because he himself is not praying. He's not practicing Islam. So immediately I took this book. He said that, read this and it will explain to you. I read it for almost 1 year. And I read in the paper that Mike Tyson embraced Islam while in jail. So I asked my friend, I said, is it allowed for a Christian to be a Muslim? I said, it's allowed. But he said, you can't make it, because he knows me. I'm alcoholic, I'm drug addict, and all this. He said, you can't make it. I said, why? He said, because Islam needs discipline. Okay, I will try. So I continue reading, and you know, Philippines is, you know, the typhoon infested area. Every year, 20 typhoons is passing Philippines. So a month before, a strong typhoon came to our place, and it destroyed my house. So what I did is that December 31, 1995, I said to myself, this will be my last taste of marijuana and alcohol and cigarette. December 31, 1995. In the morning, January 1, 1996, my wife told me to buy some building materials to fix my house. I bought the materials and put it in the car, and I don't know what came into my mind. I went to a house in which they considered to be a masjid. I went there, it was 8:30 in the morning, and I found one man prostrating, making sujood. I said, what is this, sleeping like that? I know that it's a Muslim house. So I asked the wife, I said, what is this? He said, he's praying. So after prayer, he told me, sorry, I was not able to sleep the other night because of the fireworks. So he explained to me what is the divinity of Jesus. I told him, don't tell me about Jesus. I know who is Jesus from the book that I have read. So we discussed everything, and he gave me some books. And the following morning, I said to my boss, I will not work today. I will go somewhere else. So I went back to that house, and we continue our discussion. I ran out of question, and he gave me some books. One of the books, I cannot remember what is the name of that book. He said he wrote the Kalima Shahada. He said, read these words from the time you wake up until the time you sleep. So what is that? It was written, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. I put it in the tableau on the dashboard of my car, and I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. When I reached home, I read that book, and I took a shower, and slowly I started to pray. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, within 3 days I was able to complete the prayer. I was able to memorize the prayer. But it didn't start there, no? This is the start of my suffering from my family. They persecuted me, everything. Alhamdulillah, I've been very patient. Alhamdulillah, now they became Muslim. Last 2 weeks, I think there was an interesting story from a brother. Subhanallah, I was not able to control my emotion. I cried. Subhanallah, because what happened to him happened to me. He was persecuted by his family when he embraced Islam. He was made to choose between Islam and his family.
Ang istorya po nito ay ganito. Meron akong supervisor na nagyayaya sa akin mag-umrah. Pero that time po, hindi pa po ako isang ganap na Muslim. So sinabi ko sa kanya na, Sir, hindi ako Muslim, sabi ko sa kanya. Binigyan niya ako ng isang libro, Quran, at saka 2 pamphlet na babasahin. So, doon ko sinerch kung ano tong Islam. At doon ko nalaman na ang Islam pala ay submission to the will of God. Maniwala po kayo sa hindi. Ibang-iba ang naramdaman ko. Ibang-iba ang naramdaman ko. Nung nagpa-convert po ako, talagang ang puso ko ay hindi ko masabi kung bakit siya ganun. After 3 days po ako magpa-convert, na sinabi ko sa asawa ko na niyakap ko ang Islam. Ang sabi po ng asawa ko sa akin, nung nag-aano kami, ano ang nakain mo, bakit ka nag-Islam? Bakit ka nag-Muslim? Sinabi ko sa asawa ko na pinapaliwanag ko sa kanya kung ano ang Islam, kung bakit ako nag-Muslim. Ang sabi niya sa akin, 2 lang po, pinamili niya ako, Allah o ang pamilya ko.
He was persecuted by his family when he embraced Islam. He was made to choose between Islam and his family.
Choose one, your Allah or your family. I choose Allah. Pinili ko po ang relihiyon ko. Sabi sa akin ng asawa ko, pinili mo yung relihiyon mo, dyan ka. Basta padala mo lang kami ng pera, wala ka ng pamilya rito. Yun ang sinabi niya sa akin. Pero hindi po ako sumuko. Pinalakas ko po ang iman ko. Sa sobrang lakas ng iman ko, ngayon po nag-uusap na kami at gusto na rin niyang yakapin ng Islam.
Sa Allah sa Quran, وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لِرُسُلِهِمْ لَنُخْرِجَنَّكُمْ مِنْ أَرْضِنَا أَوْ لَتَعُودُونَ فِي مِلَّتِنَا. He was given this choice. It's either you leave your religion or go back to our religion. So, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, he chose Islam. Alhamdulillah, now his wife and his families are slowly studying what is Islam. This life is a test.